from Colombia. I'm turning 19 just a couple days, and my passion is arts and, well, science, and I like to know how people know, like, why and how they know what they know. And I love the Lord, I love missions, and I love cultures. That's something I really like, and that's why I'm here in YWAM. It's because I like to share how diverse is the world and how you can find God within it. I've been Christian my whole life, but I was one of those guys that, you know, you go to church on Sunday and that was it. Then the rest of the week was just, it's cool and everything, and you just don't care about it. And then I got into YWAM by going to a King's camp, and they said, hey, you know, you can talk to God and He can answer you. And it was really interesting. I was wondering if I could do that. I was wondering if I could get to that point where I could listen to God, because I've heard so many stories that I was like, let's prove it. Let's see if that's real. So the years went by and God became real for me, and that's the way I got to know the Lord. Being in King's, you hear about DTS all the time. You know, in a YWAM environment, there's a lot of DTS going in common. So it was kind of more of a dream. It became something for me to be my foundation, so I could start doing missions. I heard from a friend of mine who was doing his DTS here. His name is Robert. He told me, "Why do you come here?" And I was thinking about it. I was thinking, is this really you, God? Is this kind of like, because you've been calling me to Europe, so is that you reviving that dream? Is that you fulfilling what you want me to do? And it was. And all the doors were open, and I could get my visa really easily. The money came really easy. And my parents weren't worried about it. We felt a lot of peace, and we felt it was a time for me to leave and start a new journey with God. So it was a time of learning a lot, especially lecture phase. Two of the topics that really impacted me and I got struck with was biblical overview. It was really useful and helpful for me as a Christian to know that the Bible is not just a bunch of stories that are put together just because there's this reason why God did this and that, and the Holy Spirit is the one who reveals that to us. So that was an amazing week. And the other one was worldview. It's more, you know, like knowing the essence of why we are here, why is the fourth wave, why all generations, why all the spheres of society. If you're an economist, you can do missions, and you can bless the world through that. So that was really encouraging, just to see how diverse God is bringing a vision to us that is bigger than just going. It's more reaching out, reaching people, and being loved, and showing who Jesus was. They told us we were going to Brazil. We started praying about it and just asking the Lord what He wanted us to bring to Brazil and to bless this country. And it was quite awesome how God wanted to bring joy to this nation, and how during each time we were praying about it, it was more a sense of God wanting to bless the country, but we also will be blessed by His love and by the overwhelming and welcoming warmth of the people. And we got to Brazil. One experience I can recall from that is we went to recycle with this guy who's been recycling for 40 years. They used to call him rubbish. They used to call him trash because he used to do drugs. He used to be an alcoholic. People were amazed that two young men, strangers, helping a guy recycle. That was something really odd and weird. You don't see that in Brazil. I felt that was more sort of what Jesus did in us, that we were showing. It strengthened my character. I could learn how to cope with things I wouldn't learn in my own culture, or it put me in situations where I had to have initiative or step out and do what it was the right thing to do. So, and another thing, it got me closer to God, which was one of the things I was praying for. It got me closer to God, in a sense that I could share my identity and I could just be myself without having fear. If you want to be challenging in your relationship with God, if you want to go deeper with God, you definitely should do DTS.